Greetings, Professor Hanley. Shall we begin? My first character is Mr. Cobb, played by Leonardo DiCaprio. Through foreshadowing, we meet Mr. Cobb washed up on the beach. It's not until later that we realize the significance. We quickly learn of his rare ability to enter the subconscious minds of people and steal their dreams. As a thief and con man, it pays to advertise. Through a meeting with a wealthy Japanese businessman, we discover his specialty is corporate espionage. We discover that Mr. Cobb prefers the dream world over reality, where he can remain in control and shape events. He's a troubled man, filled with remorse and regret from the loss of his family. The majority of his actions takes place in the dream world, making it difficult to pinpoint time accurately, and has real-world consequences, the reason he's unable to return home, which provides the motivation throughout the film. He has only one prized possession in the whole world, his top. I personally wouldn't change anything that the legendary Christopher Nolan has created. However, I wish more information was provided as to how Mr. Cobb developed his supernatural talents. Saito, played by Ken Watanabe. When we first meet Mr. Saito, he's unrecognizable. He's in advanced age, but his mind is fully functional. We realize his wealth and power by function as his estate, and through a meeting with Mr. Cobb, we discover he's a business tycoon. There's some intrigue before he reveals himself as the protagonist, seeking world domination. He's a brilliant strategist and offers Mr. Cobb a valuable reward, the opportunity to return home to his family in America. Although he possesses no special abilities, he's allowed to join the team due to his influence and wealth. The fact that he's able to buy an airliner so that the team could make contact with Mr. Robert Fisher on his flight to Los Angeles. We observe his activities as he enters the many layers of the dreams, eventually landing in limbo, a place of no return. With assistance from Ariadne, Mr. Cobb retrieves. With assistance from Ariana, Mr. Cobb retrieves Saito from limbo. True to his Japanese heritage, he honors the agreement, allowing Mr. Cobb to return to his family with a single phone call. Ariana, played by Ellen Page. We meet the architectural student at her university in Paris. During the initial meeting with Mr. Cobb, an extremely intelligent and gifted young lady, she's hesitant to commit, realizing it's illegal. But curiosity has gotten the best of her. Through her character, we gain and learn the rules of the dream world, the complexities of time, how hard it is to distinguish from the real world, and most importantly, we see the true and adequate picture of Mr. Cobb. We soon realize that the key role she plays as the architect and designer of each dream layer. Initially, she's to play a small part in the actual mission, but was never meant to join the team in the dream level. But when projections of Mel and Mr. Fisher begins to attack the team, her skills and knowledge is critical for their mere survival. As we enter the many levels of the dream, we discover the dark secrets of Mr. Cobb, and of course, for his immense guilt and grief concerning his wife. The success of the mission depends on Mr. Cobb freeing himself from the past. Ariana was the deciding factor and offered encouragement and motivation. Despite being the youngest member of the team, she proved herself to be the most valuable asset. And now for the spoiler alert. From my observation, Mr. Cobb is still in his dream world, but willing to believe its reality for the sake of his children and to find peace of mind. In my opinion, it seems like the whole film was a manifestation from Mr. Cobb's dream world, his preferred reality. There's two visual cues. One, of course, is the top. The other is his father-in-law, Professor Mills. We met him at the university in Paris, France, yet he's in the United States taking care of the children. I believe Christopher Noel did an excellent job explaining, is anything real? Take two.